Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. It's very nice to meet you. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how self-love healed me. This is part 5, the last video of this series. And if you want to hear my story, just keep on watching. So, how did I do it? I took a brutally honest outlook on my life and decided that I didn't have to suffer. I decided that I didn't have to allow anybody to mistreat me, and I decided to do better. I radically decided that I wasn't going to allow any past mistakes or any human for that matter to dictate my life. I decided that if I was going to keep being alive, I was going to try to give myself the best life possible. And if peace was the only thing to pursue, then that's what I was going to do. So now, how did I actually learn how to love myself? Whatever I was looking in for others, I was going to give it to myself. So these are the 7 top priorities that I set for myself in order to not go insane. Number 1. My body thrives on movement, so I decided that I was going to work out every day or at least every weekday and be more lenient on the weekend. Number 2, nutrition. I'm still working on this, but I've noticed that whenever I have time, I try to cook myself multiple meals of the same meal so that it can last a couple of days. Just enough so I don't get tired of the meal, but enough where I don't have to be cooking every single day. Number 3, I focus on my mental health. I try to go beyond the physical, but I also focused a lot on my spirituality. Number 4, I really allowed myself to heal and search for help, honestly. More than anything, to just educate myself, have fun, allow my mind to ruminate, but to not let those thoughts affect me. Number 5, I'm continuously working and trying to save up as much as I can. I should probably get a second job. I feel like I tell myself it's my mental health that doesn't allow me, but I just feel like I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. This next year, I really want to focus on getting out of my comfort zone. Number 6, focus on social media and just creating and allowing myself to be seen by others. And this is something that I've always liked. I started posting videos on YouTube about 7 to 8 years ago, but I wasn't consistent. Otherwise, I would have been monetized. I applied where there wasn't that many requirements, so I lost on that. But I'm trying now. I'm gonna try to post videos more consistently now. Number 7, having an organized space. You know, everybody says clean space equals clean mind, but I'm still working on it, so I don't know. I'll tell you when I'm better at it. I've always been really hard on myself, but I realize now that it's because I think that I have so much potential. And however, with those expectations, I realized that I also let myself down because I want so much. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just there's a fine line between who you are and where you want to be and what is actually achievable at the moment. So I'm not saying to not keep looking forward and to not have goals, but it's necessary to understand that we have to take one step at a time in order to reach what we want to be, right? In order to be happy in the future or at peace or satisfied, you have to be present at this moment and comfortable. I hope I'm making sense. Like, in order to find peace in the future, you have to be at peace where you are right now. So I have some points that I want to talk about on how this connects to self-love. It just makes sense to me. It's humility, right? For a lot of people, I feel like being humble is to think that you're weaker or that you don't know your worth. But I actually think it's the complete opposite. I feel like when you allow yourself to be humble, you allow yourself to be vulnerable and allow yourself to reach a core of yourself, accept where you have made mistakes and forgive yourself for them. For example, when you make a mistake, do you push yourself? Do you shame yourself? Do you put yourself down? Or do you talk to yourself with compassion and tell yourself that it's going to be okay, the mistakes happen, they're normal, you learn from them instead of being ego-centered? I think that people who are able to find solutions to mistakes or problems are highly intelligent. When you're able to do that, you're able to forgive yourself easier and others as well. The next topic is discipline. I feel like, being straightforward, like, how can you say you love yourself if you don't go above and beyond for yourself? How do you expect others to treat you nice when you don't treat yourself nice? And you should treat yourself how you want to be treated more than anything. When you see yourself in the future or even in a mirror, what do you see? Do you look at yourself and accept what you see, or do you hate on yourself and judge yourself? You can't expect different results from the same routine, same expectation. What I would advise is to try to change a few things. In order to be who you want to be in the future, you need to start behaving like it. As simple as, if you want to believe that you're somebody that exercises a lot or that has a good body, you need to start setting up routines, reminders, or your clothes before you go to sleep, like that, so that every day you can start forming that habit. So the next topic is the habit of self-care. The habit of any routine So in order to start taking care of yourself, you need to start a habit forming process. What that means is you want to incorporate this routine little by little, trying to make it as easy as possible so it can actually become a habit. So it can lead you to the path of least resistance. Yes. Taking care of your physical self is Taking care of your physical self is very important, but you also want to do the little things that nobody sees, right? Like stretching, meditating, having a good cry, and doing the nice things for yourself. As this New Year's coming to a close, I want to encourage you guys in ways to be yourself, to be genuine, to be honest, to be kind. Be unapologetically yourself. We live in a world where we are constantly pinned against each other, and there's so many unreachable beauty standards, societal expectations, so much comparison, and for what? It doesn't do anything. I know sometimes it's inevitable, but as long as you understand that most of what you see on the internet is not real, all I can say is to try a new hobby. Try something that you've never done before. For example, I've started baking more, and it's honestly been so therapeutic. I cannot recommend it more. If you like to pay attention to detail and take things slowly, you should try baking. You know, I get it. For some of us, it's so hard to feel at peace with ourselves when there's so much going on around us, and painful heartache or stressful jobs and chaotic households. If you don't take time of the day to take at least care of yourself for one moment, you are going to break down. At the end of the day, you are what you believe in yourself, what you pursue, what you create. And the truth is, you are what you are behind closed doors. But you are also what you choose to share to the world. In this world, there's so much hate, discrimination, injustices, but you have a voice, and you get to choose how you want to use that voice every single day. Use your voice wisely, responsibly, and it is your ultimate power. Be present, take up space, and ask yourself, who do you want to be? How do you want to use your voice? Do you want to be a follower, or do you want to be an individual? You know, finding purpose to our existence is so important, and in order to do that, you need to stop caring about what anybody thinks. At the end of the day, you should only care about what you think of yourself. I really try to reflect on myself as much as I can, and I have made so many mistakes in life, but I can only move forward and keep looking forward. Best thing you can do is to focus on this moment. There's so much more that I wish I could talk with you guys. Like, I would love to do more lives because it just seems so in the moment. I've been trying to do some on TikTok. I know it's like, what are you doing? But I'm just having fun. In the bottom of the description are gonna be all my socials. I just hope that you guys can understand what you guys deserve. How do you want to be treated? And what are you gonna tolerate moving forward? So thank you so much for being here today. Hope to see you in the future, next video, very, very soon.